All right, here's the deal. And Dylan, you can use this in your curriculum when you're teaching online for pay. All right, and I'm serious. Check this out.
Yeah.
Every time someone says something in French in terms of this little four-person group right here, you get a point. I'm not even keeping track of it, and you don't, but pretend everyone gets a point. So look, I'm going to score 10 points right now. Je n'habite pas California, je n'habite pas New York, je n'habite pas Canada, je n'habite pas New York, je n'habite pas France, je n'habite pas. I just scored 10 points. And you
I
can
like
score
that.
points at will. Just tell me every place you don't live. Dylan, can you score a point?
Yeah. Je n'habite pas San Francisco.
Beautiful. That's a point. Dylan, see if you can just, like when you learn the lyric to a song or the whole, you learn the lyrics to a song. Sometimes you don't even know what they're saying. You go
Yeah.
back and you go, "Oh, what's that Louis song? I never knew what it was saying, but you can like sing along to it and you just fill it in with what it sounds like."
Yes.
Okay, so let Je n'habite pas be
Je
in
n'habite
that category of your brain. Je n'habite pas.
je n'habite pas.
Je n'habite
Okay.
pas.
Je n'habite pas. Je n'habite pas à Chicago.
Now you don't have to worry about anything. We meant Je n'habite pas
Yeah.
Chicago. That's another point. So San Francisco, Dylan said Je n'habite pas San Francisco, Je n'habite pas Chicago. 2 points. Anyone want a point?
Je n'habite pas California.
Je n'habite pas St. Louis.
Je n'habite pas Missouri.
Je n'habite pas Saskatchewan.
Je n'habite pas Alberta. Alberta. Je n'habite pas à Quebec. Je n'habite pas. One more point, Dylan. Cindy.
Boston.
Je n'habite pas à Boston. Okay. So what are the points redeemable for? You know, like on the Duolingo, Cindy, you get your streak and what do you cash it in for like Candy Crush icons or something. So what are the points actually redeemable for, Dylan? They're redeemable for better French. Instantly. Okay, I don't like. I'd rather have the better French than the coins.
Right.
The badge. I mean, you know how they go. Oh, you earned your 1,000-day badge. It's almost kind of sad. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I'd rather. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it is sad.
There's worse things out there. All right, so check this out. You can score a point by saying something. So you can do it at will. So okay. Now here's the deal. My number 2. So there's your one statement as you see in the chat. Okay. Now if we go tu habita, and again, Dylan, we want that song lyric effect. Tu habita. Tu habita, tu habita, tu habita, tu habitu, tu habita. Say it until you don't even remember what you're saying. Tu habita. All right, Dylan, you score points as well by asking someone a question. So if I surprise Dave here while he's chewing and say, "Hey, Dave, tu habita," and he goes, "Oh, give me a second. Tu habita Boston?" By me launching that question to him, that's a point for me, and if he can answer, that's a point for him.
Je n'habite pas Boston.
Beautiful. Je n'habite pas.
I just lied.
You can say the true thing if you want.
But that. Oh, okay. J'habite à Boston.
J'habite à Boston.
J'habite à Boston.
J'habite à Boston. Je n'habite pas à, or pas à. Sometimes they say that, I think. Je n'habite pas à. You hear that, guys? Dave, je n'habite pas à Boston, but you're telling me to habite à. My point, Cindy, I'm not even trying to memorize anything. I'll take advantage of the fact that it's on the screen and just navigate. Okay. All right. So you can score points by asking questions as well. So anyone want to ask me or someone else? Do you live here? Do you live there? Cindy, tu habites à California? Dave, tu habites à Boston? Dylan, tu habites à New York? Tony, tu habites à?
Okay. Cindy, tu habites Francia? France?
France.
France?
Nice little nasal there too.
I'm from New York originally.
Je n'habite pas
It never goes away. Cindy?
Je n'habite pas en France. Tu habites I'll ask, is it Frank?
Dave, Dylan, France.
Oh, Dave.
Dave,
Dave, tu habites Londres? That's London.
Je n'habite pas à Londres.
Je n'habite pas in Londres.
Je n'habite pas à Londres. I don't know how to say it. We'd have to...
I might be saying it wrong. I think it's Londra.
So it's spelled Londres, like in Spanish, but it's probably pronounced something like Londres or Londres.
Yes.
Londres?
Probably, yes. That's close.
Ruth knows French, so now we got someone that actually can... Hi, Ruth.
It's Londra.
Londres.
Londra.
Un petit peu.
Très bien, Ruth. Ça va,
That's
Ruth?
kind of Londra.
Londres? Je ne sais pas.
Yeah, je n'habite pas à Londra.
How are
Je
you,
n'habite
Ruth?
pas à Londra.
Bien.
Bien.
Me too.
Muy bien también. Muy bien. Curious, when you jump in here, do you see the chat room the way that our chat channel, if you click that little thing, pop up in the chat bar, do you see what's already written? Or is it like I have to...
No, it's clear.
It's clear.
empty,
Beautiful.
and
All right, not a problem. All right, here's all we have. We're trying to say that you don't have to know French in order to converse in French. In fact, by conversing in French, that's how you end up knowing French. All right, so check this out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it correct to say j'habite à Chicago? Check the
You're
chat
asking
room, Ruth.
me. I okay. Here's the story.
Okay.
J'ai étudié le français. Oh, okay. Let me back up. When I went to Germany when I was 18, 2 weeks later, my uncle asked me if I wanted to go to Italy. So I was in Italy, and when we got to Venice 2 weeks later, I was already thinking in German a little bit.
Cool.
Starting to dream in German. And then I was the only one who could speak any French when a French lady appeared in the market in Italy as I was traveling with my German uncle and aunt. And it took me about 5 minutes to get into some of the little bit of non-conversational French that I had studied in high school for 6 years. And all I could think of was really weird converse, but I did get in the flow as
Weird.
I just wanted so much to communicate with her. So
Awesome.
yeah, there's my French story.
Merci beaucoup. Ruth, in the chat room there, do you see j'habite à Chicago, j'habite à Los Angeles, j'habite à London, j'habite à XYZ, right?
And you got to know German is my primary thing that I practiced for decades. So French, I'm very, very rusty, but it's fun to.
I
it'll
hope
come
you
back.
don't. So, the whole point, you may have never spoken French. Dave's not into French. Like, Dave
Okay.
doesn't even care. The point is just trying to show that we can converse before knowing French. You don't learn French so you can speak French. You speak French so you can know French. It's like saying I'm trying to learn to swim so I can eventually get in the pool. But obviously you have to get in the pool in order to. That's the whole little premise here, and I'm trying to show a formula and like a style of interaction that lets us get in the pool right away.
Oui.
That's it.
I took notes yesterday. I just
Beautiful.
joined the community yesterday. I watched several of your things. I literally was just looking in my journal and saw that we
Nice.
don't learn the language. So yes, let's practice.
Let's
happy
practice.
We
So
should do some. Yeah.
got it. So in the chat room there, no hablo francés. Yo tampoco, Dylan. Hablo español y Dylan, ¿hablas español, no?
Sí, un pequeño.
Sí.
Hablo un pequeño español.
Poquito, no?
Poquito. Okay, I have to learn that.
Hablo
Now I
poquito
know.
español. That's our new statement. Ruth, a second ago we were saying, I live in Chicago. J'habite Chicago, or j'habite. Any statement works, any language works. Ruth, hablo poquito español. Here's an alternative. Hablo mucho español. Right? One of those statements is true for everyone. And Ruth, one more little plot twist. Every time you say something in a foreign language here, you get a point.
Oh, bonjour. Oh, yeah. Excelente.
That's a point. Excelente. All right, I'll go. Hablo poquito español. Let's go around. It's one of the two. Hablo poquito español or hablo mucho español. And that way, Dylan, you'll never again think to yourself, wait, is it pequeño, poquito? What's the rule? What's the rule? What's the explanation there? Dylan, your students, when you're teaching for pay online, they're going to be asking you why. Why is that? Why?
I held myself back because when I would speak a language too well, I got really good at saying no parlo Italiano, and they didn't believe me. And so when I was in Southern California, traveling around all California, I would say, bonita sonrisa to somebody, and then they'd start rambling, and I'd say no poco español, and I actually said it bad on purpose because they didn't believe me.
Lower really expectations.
And so yeah, I did. I mean, I just really wanted to greet them, and I didn't know the language. So yeah, immersion is so good. I love what you're doing here, Tony.
Gracias.
So habla Washington. Ich habla Washington un poquito español.
All right, hablo poquito español. Here's the deal. You know bowling bumpers. You can't screw up. Look, there's only two bumpers here. It's right. You're either hablo poquito español or hablo mucho español. And that way you can't. That way you won't. You won't say, wait a second. I think I want to say ich habit wash or no way to fail. All right.
Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch.
That's a good statement.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good expression. All right. Hablo poquito español. Now you might not know any Spanish at all. This could be Greek for you if you wanted. But if you tell me that I have those two options, I'm not thinking about any other options. I'm just going to tell you which one is true. So in my case, I'll say hablo poquito español. I like to underpromise. Hablo poquito español. What about you, Dylan? Y tú.
Oh yeah. Hablas español.
But hablas is not an option.
Oh, I have to stick within the option. Okay.
No one wants to. If I get a little fired up.
Don't draw outside the lines.
All right, I got it. Color inside the lines. Okay. Hablo poquito español.
Hablo poquito español. You want something better than that, different than that. It's surprisingly anticlimactic, by the way, Dylan. There's something anticlimactic about hitting that level of speaking a language really well. Because when you speak a language a little, people are going to go, wow, that's so good. That's amazing. and then fast forward to like you show up at the, some amount of time later and you're like, hola, ¿qué tal, amigo? ¿Cómo estás? They don't say, wow, that's really good. They just say, okay, how many pounds of meat do you want? Like how many tacos do you want? It's anticlimactic. What's up, Kai? How are you? ¿Cómo
Hey,
estás,
Tony, what's
amigo?
up? Hey, Dave. Hey, Ruth.
Buongiorno,
Indeed.
Bella. Buongiorno,
Ah,
Bella.
bonjour, bonjour, buongiorno. Hello.
Let me quickly plug Kai. I know we haven't met in person, but it's a pleasure to see you in person, Kai.
It is a pleasure.
Kai's got a language community in school too. Recently hit a threshold, so congrats on that, Kai.
All right.
Kai, we've been jamming here a little bit. Can you give us the quick rundown? Hablas español. I know you speak a little Russian, or give me your if you want.
Yeah, sure. Sí, yo puedo hablar español muy bien. Aprendí español rápido y pues sí, hablo español con un nivel, creo que es como C1, B2, C1.
Muy bien.
Puede ser que es C2, pero también puedo hablar русский, я также говорю по-русски.
Русский.
Отлично могу говорить на русском языке. Я люблю русский, я думаю, что это очень язык такой прекрасный, красивый. И есть литература русская, также очень уникальная и прекрасная. История. Мне очень нравится Санкт-Петербург, Москва. Je parle français aussi. Mon français, non, pas très bien. Mais je parle français aussi. Non. Je dois parler plus de français. Oui, je dois parler plus de français. Je suis des États-Unis. Je m'appelle Kai. Também eu falo português um pouco. Eu posso falar português. Eu gosto muito do Brasil. Eu quero viajar ao Brasil. E por isso eu falo português. Também, sim. Я już mogę napisać na serbski. Ja już pričam srpski. Srpski je vaš dobar jezik. Ja baš volim srpski. Ja sam bio Slovenija, Hrvatska, Srbija. Sve ove Balkane jezike su baš lepe. I srpski je isto baš lep jezik. Tak, devojke iz Srbije i Hrvatske su isto vrlo lepe. I ja mislim da to je sve. To je sve. And of course English as well also. Yeah.
Nice, Kai. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Side note, I'm over here. I definitely heard literatura or something like that in Russian, so I don't understand Russian. But if you can hear that one word, literatura, all right.
I think he studied Russian literature in St. Petersburg, and I don't know squat about Russian except Das Vidanya, baby.
Благословит. Благословит.
Благословит. Sí.
Kai, do you see what I've just written in the chat?
Hablo mucho español, hablo poquito español. Sí.
Pretend you were limited to those two options. Which one would you say applies most to you?
Hablo mucho español.
Excellent.
Hablo mucho español.
Excellent. I like to underpromise. I say hablo poquito español. Let's go around. Ruth, would you say hablo mucho español or hablo poquito español? Just limiting ourselves to two options, Kai, so that we can get to that point where we do what you just. Ruth, go ahead.
Hablo poquito español.
Bien. Hablo poquito español. Dylan?
Hablo poquito español.
Bueno. Dave?
Hablo poquito español.
All right. So just to design. Oh, Cindy, perdón. Would you say hablo poquito español or hablo mucho español?
Hablo poquito español.
All right, nice. The format. No? The format here will be statement, yes, no, question. Can someone tell me how to ask? You speak a little Spanish, speak a lot of Spanish.
Hablo español.
Nice.
Hablo un poquito de español, hablo mucho español. Sí puedo hablar español, no puedo hablar español. ¿Tú puedes hablar español? The question, statement, yes, no, question.
But the easy way is just to use your inflection, like raise your voice at the end, like español. You can literally, like children, they find a way to make it even with their hand gestures. So when we make it super simple, like español, that's a simple way to ask, are you Spanish?
Can someone say, Tony, hablas poquito español o hablas mucho español?
I'll do it. Tony, ¿hablas poquito español o hablas mucho español?
That's a point for Kai, right? Kai, I forget if you were here when he said, anytime you say anything in a foreign language here, you get a point.
Cool.
All right, yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And that's can be a statement, So 1 is always a statement. 2 is a yes/no question. How are you going to remember that? This is a formula. How are you going to remember that? Why? Because 1 looks like a point, like a period, and 2 looks like the letter Y as in yes/no. So if we give me your, it's like boxing combinations. Okay, give me 1, 2. Ask me a yes/no question, Kai, in Spanish. It can be any
Okay.
question whatsoever. Yes/no question in
Te,
Spanish.
te gusta café?
Awesome. Te
Te,
gusta?
te gusta café?
Te gusta café? Te gusta el café or te gusta tomar café?
Yeah. Te gusta tomar café? Like, do you like coffee?
Beautiful.
Do
Claro,
you like
claro, claro.
No me
drink
gusta
coffee?
café.
Right.
No. No.
Te gusta
Te
tomar
gusta tomar
café?
Cindy, parlez-vous français, Cindy?
Microphone.
Cindy.
poquito.
Oui,
Cindy.
un petit.
Je parle un petit français.
Un peu.
Je prends
Un peu.
petit français. Un
I'm
peu.
sorry, yeah, you're right. Je parle un peu
Un peu
français.
français.
Un peu.
Un
Un
peu.
peu.
Un peu.
That's good.
Oh, die sprechen Sie Deutsch.
That's a good too. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I'm not sure if I know how to spell it. Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
I will be right back. I have a call coming up.
Sounds good, Kai. Ruth, that's a good yes/no question.
By the way, was the person you were thinking of the king?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little sidebar. You'll have to go in the comments to see what he's talking about. Dylan, habla poquito español.
Sí, hablo poquito español.
Dylan, parlez-vous français?
Je ne parle français. I don't even know French.
You tried. Good for you.
Dylan, if you want, just for the exercise of it,
Yeah.
let that last sentence that we wrote there, that je ne parle pas français, if I even spelled it right, let that be disposable, like a disposable plate. So sometimes I think, I've felt this myself. I felt, I don't want to memorize that because that's going to take up storage. And so I'm like, don't even try to, because that's going to take up storage on my hard drive. And that's going to mean it's a zero sum game, like a pie. Like, I better not learn that because that's one less thing I can learn later.
Right.
But then I realized later, the more you know, the more you can know, because you're creating more things to relate things to. And if you say to yourself, okay, you know what, I'm not going to try to memorize that, but if I happen to memorize it, so be it. It's a plus, it's a gain. Then there's just, I'm not afraid to look and go, I better not take up hard drives. It's good to know how you feel, Ruth. Honestly, it's actually inspiring. I like that.
Yeah, no, I picked it up just from, I think, our conversation here. I think I've heard of it before, obviously, but
You heard of what? Oh, the
je
French
ne
thing.
parle
Sure.
pas. Yeah, I never
No.
heard that. I mean, I heard it, but I never learned it.
Just for fun, Dylan, can you say, I'll do my best, and then try to say what I say. Say, je ne parle pas français.
Je ne parle
Whatever you want.
français.
Yeah,
Je ne
parle pas français.
Je ne parle français.
Right. Je ne parle pas français. Okay. So the rules of the game are getting on the table here. It's got yes, no question. We got a statement. This was a good one from Kai. Do you like to drink coffee? ¿Te gusta tomar café? That's the best way to ask it. It's a yes, no question. ¿Te gusta tomar café? Quick side note, that question has two parts to it. It's got the verb and it's got the vocab.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Te gusta tomar is the verb.
Me gusta tomar café.
No gusta tomar café.
Beautiful. No me gusta tomar café.
Was that proper to say no? I don't drink coffee.
See, I don't like to
Okay.
drink coffee is no me gusta tomar café.
No me gusta tomar café. No me gusta tomar café. ¿Te gusta tomar café, Cindy? You're muted, Cindy.
Yes. How do I say yes?
See,
See.
Sí.
Sí. Of course. Sí, te gusta tomar café. Sí, me gusta tomar café. Let me ask someone. I'm on my iPad, so I'm having to go back and forth. I can't see the chat and you all. Dave. Is it Gusta Tomar Cafe?
No, no me gusta café.
Ah,
Mi esposa no gusta café.
all right, figured out how to make the
Me gusta agua. Is that right? Would that be right? Me gusta agua?
the verb starting point is me gusta tomar.
Me gusta tomar. How do you say warm water?
Agua tibia.
Agua tibia. Me gusta tomar agua tibia.
Muy bien.
A2 Dylan.
Sí, me gusta mucho tomar café.
Rose, can you see my notebook?
Really small.
Rose, I did. If I said Rose, I meant Ruth. I don't know why I said that. Oh, Rose is part of them. Ruth, can you see my notebook?
It's really small on my iPhone. No.
It's iPhone. Dylan, can everyone see it?
Yeah, me gusta.
Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
me gusta tomar. That's a bowling bumper. I can't change anything there. It's like a key on my
Yeah.
keyboard of the computer. I can press the key and combine it with other keys, but I can't break that key in half and get creative with within the key. I can't break this. I can only push it.
So it literally means what does it literally mean?
Hyperliteral breakdown is to me. So again, it's me gusta tomar. Me means to me. Gusta, it pleases. Me plaît. Maybe German has a mich, I don't know, like to me it. Okay, so anyways, Ruth, it's to me it pleases to drink.
Tony,
Yeah?
one of the questions I had for you for today, and,
Yes.
and I don't mean to hijack the,
Please go ahead.
but like how to keep track of all this. Like I
Notebook.
love your like the,
Mhm.
and just keep. I can play with myself, or
Totally.
play the game with myself, or with my wife who's also learning.
Totally.
So we'll be good partners
Sure.
in learning French. But so just
Notebook.
and just play with it.
Yes. There's better ways to play and worse ways to play. It's like chess. How are you going to learn chess? By playing it, you know what I mean?
Because when I started thinking about, okay, so I just got a little overwhelmed about how to keep track of all of this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not about keeping track of all of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it in the wrong way.
Go to the Target. They have 99-cent black and white notebooks. Get one. Use it. It's the cheapest storage system around.
Get back to being a kid where you're not thinking about, you're just excited about learning and you're just jumping in, getting back on that bicycle again and again and again until you start flying down the road.
And for old people like me, writing something down seems to help with my recollection more.
It helps with everybody. And don't say you're old or you will be old. You are young. You are young. We're getting younger every day. What our words have power. Be careful what you say, young man.
Okay.
am probably older than you. I have ninth and 10th grandbaby on the way, and I'm
Congratulations.
seven with lots of years of experience. So it's all perspective, but so much power is in our words, and we can make bridges across the country with just one word. Learning one word in somebody's mother tongue opens the door. They love it when they hear their mother tongue.
Yeah, I find that to be true.
And when my grandbabies don't say my name right, do you think I correct them? No, not at all.
I have one so far.
Pardon me, did you say
I
pardon?
have one grandchild so far.
Espanol, say it in Spanish for us.
Tengo uno nieto.
What's the last word? Tango?
Uno nieto.
Un.
Nieto. Un.
Tengo un nieto. Cindy, your question about, okay, out of all of, so just like just play. There's no rules. Like, back to your question real quick. There are ways to organize it. And I would say just that the first question to ask yourself, yes, get the notebook. All right, like, okay, but great, I got the notebook. What now? It's blank. Look what the first thing to ask yourself, Cindy. I mean, today we've seen questions, answers, verbs, and vocab. Those are the 4 elements, by the way. Like, truly, like air, water, fire, whatever. Questions, answers, verbs, and vocab are the 4 elements. Okay, beautiful. That's but what am I supposed to do now? The notebook is still blank. So out of all the things that you could possibly say, Cindy, teach yourself, practice with your partner, learn whatever you want to, out of all possible things, let there be this one question that always comes to the top, like a North Star. This is the question is this, it's what do I want to say and to whom?
Oh, yeah.
The North Star question, because you might not even have an answer for that at any given moment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know for sure that tomorrow at 1:34 I'm going to say this in French to that person. I mean, you don't know that. But if you can just remember, even if you can't answer that question, if you can just remember to ask yourself that question, then you'll truly never be led astray anymore. Like a North Star, you could walk backwards, you could fall down the dune and look, but you'll never be totally off track. Likewise, Cindy, if you can't even remember to ask yourself that question, then you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
You'll let your teacher will go, well, today we're learning this, guys. You'll go, well, of course, yeah, I guess so. You're the guy, you're the boss, teacher. So today I'm learning this, and you're just like, Christ. You should think to yourself, what do I want to say and to whom? Well, you know what? Whatever this textbook is telling me, I don't even know how I would ever say that, because it's a really stupid sentence. That's crazy. It's one of those Duolingo sentences that's like a meme. Like, it's laughable. So, Cindy, just long story short, Dylan, go to Target, grab the notebook. That's sage advice. And then, Cindy, what am I going to put in the notebook? Well, yeah, there's questions, there's answers. Those are great. But what does it matter if you don't have something to say to someone? So just always come back to what do I want to say and to whom, and then just load up that notebook, Cindy, with like, all right, you know what?
Got it.
Here's what I'm gonna say next, right? Comments or questions here, anyone?
I would say it. Like I teach ESL to like level 0, intro English, very basic English. But one thing, the book is organized around everyday tasks, and that's really useful to them.
Yeah.
So if you do that in language, which I probably should do too in Spanish, you can't go wrong.
Nice.
Thank you. That makes sense. And using just everyday, the conversations that I have with my partner, or I want to have with my,
with your growth or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, things that you want to know about people.
Or
Right.
go to a store, you know, like the shirt's too big, too small,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Blue.
Can you repeat those four anchors? Or you didn't use the word anchor, but
Elements?
you said yeah, the 4 elements.
Yeah. I call this the language learning compass. And it's like this. QA, I know it's small in your phone, verb vocab. Question, answer, verb vocab. You could say are the 4 elements. It's north, south, east, and west. Kai, I call it the language learning compass. If you missed it
Nice.
here, Kai, the question real quick from Cindy was just, out of all possible things to do in a notebook, what's best to do? And
Yeah.
we came up with this concept. Well, think first, and I think you probably do this too, Kai.
I can share some ideas too if you want.
Say again.
I can share some ideas about that question too, but I'm super interested in
No doubt.
in what.
No doubt. So the previous point, we let the number one thing to think about be, well, what do I want to say and to whom, and then let that come first. And I would love to hear. You want to give me your 30 second one?
Yeah.
Input?
So like when I start learning a new language, I focus on like the first thing is what do I actually want to say, like you're saying. So I break like the first like base my foundation down into 5 verbs. I am, I can, I want, I have, I need. So I break it down into that foundational 5 verbs, and then I build from that. So I have my notebook, and of course then I consume input, output, and I have a feedback loop to like optimize my whole process. Like input, I would love to hear from you like how do you consume, like what materials do you consume in your target language? And
Talking to me?
like yeah. But that's pretty much like what I do.
Dude, that's exactly the same. So another thing too, when you're on your call, we said there's basically 4 elements here, Cindy, for not only for your notebook, just sort of in language in general. Ruth, you asked question, answer, verb, and vocab are your north, south, east, and west. Kai, when you said I am, I have, verb category, right?
And if you can provide some store and just buy earplugs, so you can focus.
Cindy, there's the concept of core verbs. Kai just nailed it. Here's the core verbs. Write it quickly. Be, have, go, do, like, want, need, have to, be able to, try to. You can come up do it again later, but Ruth, you still
Can you
with
repeat
us?
that, please?
Yes. Be, have, go, do, like, want, need, have to, be able to, try to. Here, I'll write it. Be, have, go, do. Start with those 4, by the way. Those 4 are a microcosm of all verbs, because all of life is just variations on being, having, going, and doing.
Tony has a spreadsheet somewhere on the most important verbs on the website. I remember downloading it.
Thank you, Dave. That's right. Cindy, be, have, go, do. Je suis, XYZ. I have, j'ai, XYZ. I go, je vais, XYZ. Ruth, we're still on our verb vocab plane. We got our north-south plane and our east-west plane. Thank you, Ruth. Cindy, imagine you were working on the east to west plane here. And like Kai said, plug in core verbs. And so I need to say I am, I have, I go, and I do. Just tell me everything you do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then that plugs in with vocab. Those are the poles of a spectrum. If you're teaching English, Dylan, you go, okay, you know what, class, here's what we're going to do. Tell me every place you go or something, okay? Continuing on those core verbs, like, want, need, have to, be able to, which is can. I like XYZ. So when Kai learned Serbian, I guarantee you he was able to tell you things that he likes within probably the first day. Tell me everything you like, Cindy. J'aime J'aime. I like, I love, I guess.
J'aime.
La opera, la opera,
La opera.
uh, la neige.
J'aime beaucoup la neige aussi, Cindy.
So just go to town, have fun.
I would go to town and have fun. I would approach it like, Cindy, remember, you ever watch Bob Ross, the painter with the afro?
Yes.
You know how he's like, it's your world. It's like you can paint it the way you want. The old guard, the old guard of painters are not always happy when the young Turk, Bob Ross, comes in and says, everyone can paint. Because you got the old school guy going, it's like, not everyone can paint. No, not everyone can paint. I am a doctor of painting, and you cannot paint. And I'm like, nah. Now Bob Ross is painting. He's getting famous for it too, and everyone's like, oh, I love Bob Ross. He's a rock star. So anyway, yeah, you can think of the language like an easy-to-use paintbrush, Cindy.
I think I get too like caught up and
It's because they're training you to, in your classes, they're training you to study the paintbrush. They're training you to stare at the paintbrush and go, 35 millimeter, 45 millimeter. What kind of paintbrush is this? And you're supposed to go, oh, that is a, here's the brand. It was manufactured in. Okay, is that how you're supposed to learn to paint? Is like studying the numbers of the paintbrush?
Exactly.
Kai,
Yeah,
you're a
I
big
fully
Bob
agree with
Ross
that.
fan.
Like the best way to learn, like I see two aspects of language learning. One is comprehension, is understanding. One is composition. So if you want to get better at comprehension, understanding, you need to listen more, understand more.
Right.
And then of course have like some, like make it comprehensible. So comprehension, comprehensible, like 60, 70%. And then of course there's composition, which is saying, which is turning thoughts into either paper or ideas, spoken ideas. So
Right.
like when I'm learning language, I'm either, okay, am I working on comprehension or I'm working on composition? Like I don't study grammar, conjugation tables, nothing. Either I'm listening to a language or I'm speaking it or I'm writing it. So I either focus on that or that. When I see people like, I'm like practicing my grammar, conjugation tables, or I'm working on this, either you listen, you read, you watch, or you speak. Simple as that.
That's true. It is only a two-way street, in and out. Speaking and listening is like inhaling and exhaling. Speaking is like exhaling. Right now I'm speaking. Cindy, when you're speaking, I'm listening. It's only two directions. That's a good point,
yeah.
Kai. Very good point, Kai.
Yeah.
All right. Comments or questions here? Anyone?
thank you both.
Yeah.
I mean, it really helps.
Yeah, I have a question.
Get me unstuck.
Tony, how many languages can you speak like fluently, like conversationally fluently?
Spanish and Portuguese. I do sometimes interpreting in like professional, so like that one have to be good, so I can do that. Arabic is like a little less than being able to do interpreting professionally, but like okay with, because in interpreting you don't want to be like, oh, what's that word for help me out here?
It's hard.
How do you
Arabic
say
is hard.
with different dialects? And so I studied what's it called, modern standard Arabic in the military, and then learned some Syrian Arabic after that. After that, it's like I can kind of play with like French and Italian and so on, and a few others.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Thanks.
Nice. And how do you usually start learning a language? Like, what are your first, like, for example, you want to get conversational in French in a month, or like, let's say, I don't know, Russian or Spanish or Portuguese. Let's say you're just starting. Like, what are your first steps to get conversational with somebody in like a month, 2 months, 3 months? Just like basic introduction, basic questions, basic stuff like that. Like, what is your path to that?
Yeah, I've thought about that exact thing and done it, I guess, too. So the first thing I would be thinking, who can I speak with in French or whatever the language is,
Ooh, yeah.
Like I'm already so. Are there neighborhoods in Chicago? Okay, I like the Hello Talk app.
Same. I use that. I literally have been speaking with a couple women
Sure.
from Portugal, and we were just like talking for like half an hour.
Totally.
So I agree. Yeah, I have it right here. Hello Talk.
Yep. So I like Hello Talk a lot. And I don't know if you do this, but I'll go on and I'll just like spam, like I'll switch
Audio
it to
messages.
Portuguese and go hello, because you push one button and it waves.
Yes, same.
Kai and I
I
are like
do it
living
like-
the same
look.
life.
I do the same thing.
Okay, so I
see that.
love the Hello Talk app. Cindy, go ahead.
And so, for someone who's a beginner with Hello Talk, so these are people that probably you match so that they know English, and I'm wanting to.
You set your profile as an English speaker, and then you set your learning language as a French as French, and it'll show you profiles of people that speak French, and if you click with them,
Maybe they're learning English,
correct,
so they're wanting to practice. So we should help each other.
correct, yeah. Okay, so very first thing, Kai, thinking about who can I talk to. Cindy, what do I want to say? Comes
Who, what? Yeah, who, what?
exactly.
Yeah.
There it is.
But I personally think that why? Like, why do I like maybe why
Yeah.
do I want to learn something? Like
Yeah.
why? Like I wanna date Latinas.
Right.
I want to work with businessmen.
Right.
I want to. That's like just my little thing.
In my
But
case, we
what?
want to move to Paris for at least a year. So I got to be able to. I want to be able to have basic, at the very minimum, have basic conversations.
Right.
Mhm.
From there, I would say language is very much like a puzzle, like a crossword puzzle. There's something satisfying about recognizing the pattern.
Yeah.
So, one way to think of it, Cindy, is you know how we do crossword puzzles sitting on the couch on a Sunday, or Sudoku, or whatever you're doing? You could easily sit with the notebook and play little games with it. A second ago, I was gonna show this because Ruth said, "Oh, I like to drink warm water." Someone said, "I like to drink cold water." So, Kai, go ahead.
Can I share the best? So I love learning languages and,
Yeah.
and I love making it fun.
Sure.
And there's this app called Linguno. It's free.
All right.
And on there, I do crosswords all the time.
Okay.
There's like A1, A2, B1, B2 crosswords. There's different topics of crosswords, and you can choose whatever language. And you maybe I can even share my screen and show it. But it's super super cool. Like for example, in a restaurant, describing things, nature, professions,
Cool.
conjugations,
Cool.
like verbs, nouns. It's super super cool.
Fair enough.
Just-
So,
It was very good. Kai, I hadn't done a crossword I'm not even into crossword, and it's addictive, and it was really fun because it actually gives you the pronunciation. If you click on it, it'll give you clues, and that was a fun game. It really was, Kai. So I just did that like 2 days ago, so I can get the link from Kai. It's very fun. There's so many fun ways, and this is what it is, the synergy of us coming into a room like this.
yeah.
How
How do you spell the app? Or can you write the
Here,
name
I'll
of the
just put it in the chat.
Thank
I'll just
you.
put it- It's free. Like there's it's in like a beta version or something, but it's there. There it is. I sent it.
app? Okay.
Nice.
they have other parts like you don't have to do the crossword if that's not what you prefer to do. They have a listening part. I explored it a little bit, but it's one of those things you could really, you got to put a timer on because it is fun.
All right. Thank you. For the record, totally cool point as a completely separate point of what I was looking for. So in the same way, what I'm trying to say, Cindy, and again, love the point. Thank you for the point. But as a separate point, Cindy, what I'm saying is that in the same way that a crossword puzzle can be satisfying, doing language structural notebook stuff can be satisfying. Okay. For example, Cindy, here's my question for you. Now, I don't know if you know a lot of. We could do this in Arabic, for example, but here's the idea. Check this out. Me gusta tomar means I like to drink XYZ. So my question is, what can go here? For example, me gusta tomar. What might go there, Cindy? Give me one.
Tea.
Te. What might go here, Dave? Agua. Ruth with agua tibia. Remember? All right, real quick here.
Agua tibia.
Right, and cafe,
Cafe. Thank you.
cafe.
Okay, real quick here, just for fun.
Vino Tinto.
There you go. Vino tinto.
Okay, I have a call now, so do you have to hop off now? It was great talking to you.
Likewise, Kai. I hope to talk to you again
much
soon.
For sharing your wonderful ideas.
You
Thanks,
too.
Dave.
You too.
Cindy,
Great
Dylan,
stuff. Thank you, Kai.
Bye.
And are these gonna be like weekly or like
We'll see.
Once
We'll
a
see.
nice? Yeah, it looks super cool.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Kai.
Just for fun, Cindy, can you still see it? No problem.
Mhm.
Can you ask me if I like to drink X, Y, or Z?
To gusto, tomar, agua.
See how your job is not to memorize anything? It's just to choose which word you want. Here's another thing to look out for, and this is true, Dylan, in teaching curriculums. Cindy, you'll see this in your classrooms for sure. The teacher is going to give you an example of something in French, and they're going to give you like 6 options, and only one of them is correct. And they're going to say, choose the correct answer. Okay? It's the worst, because why even introduce that? Like, why even put it out there? Imagine being a child who's growing up learning their first language by the adults around them speaking, and the adults all conspired to say this. They said, okay, you know what? As this child grows up, we're going to say things, but check this out. This will make them learn. 6 out of 7 times we're going to say things incorrectly, and then we'll see if they can figure out which one's the right one. That's the experience that the adult is basically being simulated in. Okay, so instead of me saying, Cindy, try to tell me what's correct, the other ones are just not even applicable at all. See if you can. No, I'm saying, look, you can push the buttons at will here, and it all makes a melody. So, and by the way, I know my handwriting is atrocious, but that's te gusta. Dylan, can you go ask me one thing?
Te gusta tomar café?
Te gusta tomar café? My answer for you is sí. Me gusta tomar café. Keep going. Score points, Tony. Te gusta
Tomar vino?
Sí, me gusta tomar vino, but, Cindy, pero, Dylan, me gusta tomar cerveza más. Anyone want to score a point? You can score either direction. You can come down and you can say, hey, Cindy, ¿te gusta tomar té? ¿Te gusta tomar té verde? ¿Te gusta tomar té Earl Grey? ¿Te gusta tomar té negro? ¿Te gusta...
Let me, but you should also do both sides of the equation, right?
It's up to you. It's your call.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. Sí, me gusta tomar vino.
Me gusta tomar vino.
Yeah,
Me gusta
mucho.
mucho. Dylan, me gusta mucho.
Me gusta mucho.
Me gusta mucho.
Me gusta mucho tomar vino.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, never again you'll wonder. You'll never again wonder, is it poquito or pequeño? Because the bad classroom is telling you, is it poquito or pequeño, and why?
I don't know.
It's poquito.
Sí, me hablo poquito español.
Hablo poquito español.
No.
Dylan, hablo poquito español y me gusta mucho tomar vino.
Sí, hablo poquito español y me gusta tomar café.
Because you can't just you can't have branches without a trunk. There's no tree that has branches without a trunk. The verb starting.
I went down one branch, and then you asked me a second, and I went down that branch.
Just reload. Come back.
Yeah.
You corrected it. You corrected it. But just pointing that out because it happens often. People want to go. Let's come back to the verb starting. All right. Me gusta mucho tomar vino. All right. Comments or questions here?
That's really good. It's just very informative. I have to translate this into English for my students.
That's a good call. That's a good call. We can be using English as a model, like in the same way that we used French and Spanish. Use English to break things down. I'll be here again at 5 p.m. tonight. I wanted to do twice in a day to see to test the time zones. So you're welcome to come again. I'll be here in 6 hours again from now at 5 p.m. Chicago time, doing whatever we do. I bet you it's going to be very different, but also the same.
Yeah. I'll check it out. I'm taking care of my wife. She just had surgery, but
no pressure.
I'll definitely check it out. I'm very interested in your message.
Thanks. All right, guys. Any final thoughts here, Cindy? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. My pleasure.
It was great.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias por la clase.
De nada. In my original post about this event, I said I'm gonna for people who aren't able to come, they can see the recording. It's not on YouTube, guys. It's just in our own little school within the original post. Is that cool with everyone?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So yep, very good.
Thank you. Nice to meet everyone.
Likewise.
Vaya con Dios.
Igualmente. Ciao.